so much for coming in today. I'm really excited to have you here because I've been such a big fan of your music. Like, I love Between Lines. It's so good, so good. But you know, one of the things, your writing is very literary. You're always pulling in a lot of imagery, telling a lot of stories with your music. Like, you are not just singing about the girls in cars. And can you talk a little bit about the writing process for you?
Yeah, I think David Bazan would say something like, the writing process is really rough because like a melody and or a line and some chords, they kind of crystallize together at the same time. So it's probably just important to find those pockets of magic when they happen. I know that I keep things in my little notebook here a lot, so when people say ridiculous things, funny things, profound things, it's important for me not to lose them. Or actually, functionally, it's so I don't butcher their quotes and I can read them just off there. But that kind of activity all the time, I think, is probably conducive to writing, thinking, writing. It kind of looks like that. I feel like physically it doesn't look like much. If I'm writing lyrics, I probably just look like I'm staring off into nowhere. I've got the pit of fruit in my gut, scar from when my parents fell. But I think thematically, I tend to write about, I don't want to use like philosophical lingo, but bigger question stuff. Usually that lends the term is like metaphysics or things which have to do with what it means to be human, how ought I act, which things are valuable in life. I feel like those are the things that really weigh on me. I mean, they don't keep everybody up at night, but they keep my wheels turning. And it's important for me to try to wrestle with those things like faith, where's God in all this? And then trying to communicate that to people who don't see it from where I see it or see it from where I see it, something like that, yeah.
But one of the things you also do with your lyrics, I feel, is you have that, but you also leave a lot of room for the listener to like kind of chew on it, to take away from it, to kind of wrestle with those philosophical questions themselves.
Yeah, I think T.S. Eliot is the one who coined the term the objective correlative, and that's where one is able to speak about a certain thing using language or textures of words, and it paints a picture of what's happening so that the listener or the reader is able to see that. And it also, by its connotations and small brushstrokes, hints and echoes at other things. So like Christ, maybe I would hope to talk about like 5 different things at the same time. You know, when he says something like, what is it you seek? You know, you're just like, what is this? What are you talking about? What does that mean? You know? And it requires a kind of participation. Who are interested only in the first layer, you know, somebody, I think somebody was commenting on the title track Between Lines about how it was about a girl, and I said, well, that's the imagery that we want to use, but it's more about this wrestling with goodness and doubt, faith in goodness or God, you know. That's there for the people who want to dig for it, and so it's open that way. I would hope to be the kind of writer who writes something profound, like, I mean, you can't get on the level of scripture or anything like that, but that profound timelessness, that's something formidable to strive for, I think, at least for me.
Well, you know, for you, especially talking like that, like, who have been some of your biggest influences?
I think ideal-wise, people who really shaped me in the beginning were theologians like C.S. Lewis. Clear communicator, really a great user of images to help take really heady things into like a chewable form. G.K. Chesterton, who is just an eloquent writer. Lately I've been really into T.S. Eliot and that kind of modern, postmodern era of writing and poetry, dealing with skepticism and those kinds of things. But other songwriters help me also, because their lyrics are like literature to me. So David Bazan, Tom Waits, Dustin Kensrue from Thrice. Lately I've been into Laura Marling, old guys like Leonard Cohen and Paul Simon. Older guys, not in age, but sorry, Leonard Cohen.
I don't think Leonard Cohen would argue that he's like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to think that he probably, you know.
Yeah.
Probably hears that.
Strong and swift against the feeble. Anyone who feels like that, there's more in him than any soldier.
What was your first musical memory?
I feel like from the gut, the first thing probably looks like playing piano with my grandma. Not even really playing, but just kind of noodling, messing around. She would always play piano and sing songs. I never really paid attention to it. The next one after that is my Uncle Winston playing folk music. I never really paid attention to that because I was just into shredding guitar. But after a while, something about the timelessness of this wood clunky thing, or this box with strings on it, and the voice was, I just called out to me in that weird mystical sense. But it's the case. There's something that I'm interested in. It's like leather crafting or wood carving or something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, what's ahead in the rest of 2013 for you?
I've been writing a new album. We've got like 12 or 13 songs. We're just gonna sift through them. When I say we, I mean Derek Sanderlin also. He's gonna be doing some backup vocals, some percussion, and then just helping me fill that sound. It's good to have like a partner like that. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about when things are planned to come out or when we're gonna record, but you can be sure that new tunes are happening. Yeah.
Well, you have your notebook, so you're ready to go.
Yeah, there it is.
So where can people find you online?
We try to keep it really simple, so waltercabal.com. From there you can find whatever it is you want, SoundCloud or Facebook, YouTube. But waltercabal.com is the easiest. And then I think if you just Google that mess, it should be on the top there, hopefully.
Well, great. Well, I can't wait to hear some songs. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks so much for having us, Vanessa. I almost called you V.
That's all right. You can call me V. It's good.
Appreciate it.